Hi, Michael. Well, thank you for doing this interview with me.
No problem.
So, why don't we start with just sharing what surgery you had and your reasons for choosing that particular surgery?
I got the DS standard, and I was 501 pounds, and my job that I had, I did flooring. I just still do it, do flooring, and just going up and down the stairs and huffing and puffing and can't breathe, um, and just not be able to move around and physically do my job. And then also I had health problems too. On the verge of having diabetes and just wanted to take care of that and be around for my daughter mostly. Be honest with you, I'd probably be if I didn't have my kids, she probably would be. She's mostly the reason why I got surgery because I'd probably be this thousand. I'd be on TV with be a thousand person. Instead of I decided it's time for a life change and get my life started better.
Yeah. No, so you said because you were 500 pounds, like how much weight did you lose with the surgery and then how long did it take you to lose that much weight?
I lost like 320 pounds. Um, and I want to say it took me like a year and a half to 2 years.
Okay. And
Um,
are you at your goal weight?
I've stayed this past in this for the last couple of years. I've stayed at 207 pounds. Um, so I probably when my dad passed away in 2019, um, I went to drinking, and that's probably wasn't the best. And I got down to like 170 pounds, and I look like a ghost, and so I ended up I had to get my mind focused and back into what I needed to do, and I gained some weight back. But
Mhm.
right now I'm 200 about 206 pounds, and I've been that for about 2.5 3 years.
Yeah.
I don't gain, I don't lose. You'll probably, depending on what you eat, that if you eat pork or beef or something that week, you gain a couple pounds, and then all of a sudden you're lost 3 pounds the next week. So
Right, right. Now, so when you said, because and that's really common, we call it a transfer of addiction where people can no longer eat, so they'll go to a different substance like alcohol. So, you said I had to get my mind right. Like life, you know,
uh,
so I have no idea what happened. So,
no worries.
so, so what I was saying is like this whole transfer of addiction thing. So like when you said, "Oh, I had to get my mind right." Do you mind talking a little bit about that? Like, so when people have had bariatric surgery and a trauma has happened, like what did you do to either, I don't know if you quit drinking or cut back, but what did you have to do to get your mind right?
I basically went back to day one of the pre-op surgery, and I read the paperwork and see what I needed to get back on track.
Okay.
And I followed the guidelines,
Okay.
and got it there. Just started working out, and two didn't and stopped drinking. I mean, not saying I don't have a beer here and there. I would be lying if I didn't.
Right.
Um, but I wasn't drinking as crazy as I was when my dad passed away. But besides that, I I think just telling yourself that you could still do it, and you don't want to be that big old person anymore. You don't want to end up the way you were because it wasn't the best for you. You
Right.
know, and I just that's if you don't get your mind right, it's not gonna work out. And and with my job, it's a physical job, so I feel like I could keep the the weight off pretty good because I'm constantly moving and doing exercising. Besides, if I had like probably an office job, I don't know, I'd probably gain my weight back. To be honest with you, because I've seen a lot of people, especially some of my friends that they're like, "How did you do it, man?" I was like, I just make sure I work out and eat a little bit lesser than and don't have bread, you know.
Right, right. So you have to do your part, you know,
I
right?
I want to be honest with you. You are probably more reason is because I remember when I first met you, you were like you told me a story about your friend when she first got surgery, and
Uh-huh.
you guys went to Chili's and you had a hamburger, and you were like, why are you eating the bread, you know? And then that's why I always now when I eat, I take the bun off of
Uh-huh.
everything. So
Uh-huh. That's awesome. Well, and I think, and I love what you're saying because as time goes on, you know, it's like you can eat a little bit more, but that doesn't mean just because you can, you have to, right?
yes,
So I love that you're sharing that because so there's still things you have to mentally do to support the tool. I do. So you mentioned your daughter. So like talk a little bit about like your non-scale victories, like how since you've had surgery and lost the weight, like what's better about life or with your relationship with your daughter. Like talk a little bit about that.
the energy level, first of all. I mean, I used to be like, sit on the couch and I'm like, I ain't doing nothing today. And then, you know, and you feel bad because your kid's over there sitting like, Daddy, let's go do something. Let's go to the park. Dad's too tired. You know, I just want to sit on the couch and do nothing.
Right.
Now it's like, all right, let's get up and go. I'm the one that has to force her to get out. So
That's
the energy level for sure is a lot better. Um, like that's another thing too. You want to get your mind right as well. You know, you got to tell your mind to get up. Don't don't sit there. You know, you still have to push yourself. We were big for a reason. You know,
right.
we didn't get that big for just because we ate. We got big because we were lazy. You know, and we didn't want to go out and do anything
Right.
because we were embarrassed of ourselves sometimes. You know, um, I to this day I'm not embarrassed of my I have loose skin, you know, it's that doesn't embarrass me. I'm proud of it. Uh I can you know, I take my shirt off now. You know,
Mhm.
before I that's small victories, you know, you're like
That's huge.
I'm at the beach, you know, I don't have to like oh, I got to put a shirt on cuz I got this big old gut. I no, I'm going to get sunburnt today, you know.
That's
But
awesome. Oh my
so
gosh.
just the small victories like that and just you know and enjoying stuff with my kid. That's the
Mhm.
main important. You know, we're here for our child, and we have to show the right way for our kids as well.
Mhm.
Um, and I think that's what the surgery really helped me with. You know, just more than just losing weight. I feel like it helped out a lot more of my life. You know, it changed me for sure.
Like, so can you expand on that a little bit as far as what you mean by that?
Just you know, be able to get out of the bedroom and make it to the bathroom.
Right.
You know, before I had to, you know, it's kind of disgusting, but I had to sit on the toilet to go to pee. You know,
Mhm.
I couldn't stand up because my back would hurt.
Right.
Um, you know, you just there's just some parts of you just you weren't feeling like a real human being. You know,
Yeah.
you're just living the life. You know, you're and then how to make yourself feel better. We ate. You know,
Mhm.
and now I don't do that. I now I go out and you know, go out and adventure, have go to the park, play basketball. You know, I can run up and down the court without you know heavy breathing. You know, that's
Right.
another thing. I'm out walking. You know, my skinnier friends now.
Uh-huh.
You know, it's like what's wrong with you? You know,
And I'm sure
but
that feels so good that everybody says
oh
that
yeah,
energy.
oh yeah, the energy is just great. Like I wouldn't be able to do my job. Yeah, I'm telling you right now, I would probably have retired or found something else to do because flooring is a lot to deal with. You know, you're constantly up and down. You constantly have to be moving, and I couldn't do that. I mean, I was still doing it at 500 pounds, but I couldn't do it now. You
Right.
know, if I was bigger, and I think the surgery really helped me with that. Um,
Hmm.
and I hope it helps a lot of other people because I encourage a lot of people. You know, I have friends right now that are going through the process, and even my sisters they have they're diabetics and they're obese, you know, and my sister right now is losing her like vision, um and and she wants to have another child before she gets surgery, but I want her to be more healthier. Like
Mhm.
I have my one of my sisters live here, and I make her foods now. And I don't let her eat any fattening stuff. Um, so I just try to help in each way when you can.
Right. And talking about the diet and stuff, like what would you say, if anything, like as far as diet changes, behavior changes, the vitamins, like what was the hardest things for you to do after surgery?
I'd have to say just changing the food the intake, because I still felt like I was 500 pounds, so
Right.
I would still order food like I'm gonna sit there and eat the whole thing, but I could only take 3 bites, and
Right.
then you're eating it for 5 days,
Right.
so that was a one thing, I had a hard time doing. I still do to this day. I still go to a restaurant and I'm ordering more than I should it, and I know dang well I'm not going to eat it, and
Right.
then I bring it home.
Which is good.
But
So your eyes are bigger than your stomach, right?
yeah, yes, yes, yes.
And then like anybody like considering surgery, like anything like now that you didn't know then, like you even thinking about like talking with your sisters, um like is there anything you'd like to share or you'd like to tell people that are on the fence, like wondering or deciding if they could get surgery, like what would you want to say to them?
I would tell them to really look into it first of all. Make sure that is something they want to do. At first, I didn't want to do it, um, and I just thought it was just a way to get out of my situation of being big,
Uh-huh.
and it's not. It wasn't solved because I did all the exercising. I did all that. I tried to do all that, but it was just I put it back on, and it was just so hard.
Right.
Um, and I would say to follow. I was going to get surgery like 2 months before, and I wasn't ready.
Hmm.
And I told them I needed to wait a longer, um, just because I felt like my head wasn't in the game for to get surgery yet.
Right.
Um, and I followed. I think it said like 2 weeks for your pre-op. I did that for a whole month.
Okay.
And I made sure I was ready to get your mind to eat that amount to make sure that you're physically ready to have a life change because it's life changing. And I for anybody to get it, I would say yes, do it. Um, it's definitely going to change your life.
Mm,
It has changed mine a lot,
mm.
and I'm every time I see a picture of myself and I'm like, who is that guy? You know what I mean? It's like, wow,
Right.
it's I just seen a Facebook memory yesterday. I was like, what the heck? I don't even recognize myself anymore.
Oh my
So
gosh, that is amazing. No, so I know a lot of people that get the loop and the standard DS, like the big concern is the vitamins you have to take. Like how is that? Do you feel like that's difficult? Like, I mean, is it a big deal for you to take the vitamins?
long as you can get it on a schedule, because I'll be honest with you, I forget sometimes.
Right, 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 which is
Yeah,
normal. But now, do you take vitamins or no?
I still do. Yes.
Yeah. And then
Yes.
and is your labs, when you do your lab follow-ups, is all your labs like, do they come back good? Are they fine?
Yeah, everything. Yeah, no, they don't. My vitamin D is always low. They said I need more sun, but
Okay.
besides that, I was like, well, it's been raining.
Yeah. Well, and that's good because I know that's a lot of concern with the standard DS is the vitamin and mineral deficiency. So basically you take your vitamins, but you forget sometimes, but your
Hmm.
labs are still fine.
Yes. The the um the DS standard. The only thing I had a problem with in the beginning was going to the bathroom,
Mhm.
because it's like it hits you, and then you got to find the place, because if not, you're taking, you got to go, you got a mess. You know what I mean? So
I've
it's
heard that.
I have experience, and that it's still today. I mean, just last week I was like, oh my god, I ain't gonna make it. And
Right.
then that's just how it goes.
Yeah.
But that's the only issue that I've had with that surgery. I
Mhm.
would recommend anybody to get the DS standard Arta loop. I
Mhm.
feel like it's more effective. Um,
Mhm.
everybody wants to get the I forget the gastric sleeve, and I just feel like it. A lot of people that I know have gained their weight back, but a lot haven't either. My cousin's got that surgery, and she's had it since she was 18, and she's had it for 8 or 9 years. So
Right.
so she still has keep her weights off and everything.
Yeah.
Um, but it all depends on what's best for the person. Um,
Right. Now,
and I think,
with the going to the bathroom, like you said in the beginning. So, first of all, when you felt like, oh my gosh, it's like right now I gotta go, was it with all foods or certain types of foods?
be honest with you, I don't know.
Okay.
Um,
Okay.
I just know when I had to go to the bathroom, it was let's
Pretty
go.
quick. Yeah, pretty quick.
Yeah.
And then did that change over time?
Oh yeah, it has. You can. You, it's more likely now. I in the morning times. Basically, I do it in the morning, and then I don't have to do it till the next morning. So it kind of like has
So you
that's changed.
oh a lot. So and because you're how far you're 5 years out? How far out are you?
Yes.
Oh, okay. So that's actually that's you're doing good then, because a lot of times with the standard DS, they'll have 5 or 6 bowel movements a day. So and
Yeah,
what
and depending on what I eat, I'll tell you that. If it's greasy food, then it's right in you and right out of you.
right. Right. So the
Which is
greasy foods, yes, yeah.
yes, yes. I noticed that on the greasy foods because uh, I work at the Stockton ballpark. I cook there.
Uh-huh.
That's my second job. So
Uh-huh.
so when I know I eat that food, it's like, ugh, my stomach hurts. And then it's hurry up and go find a spot.
And then what about your as far as the process with our office, do you feel like looking through the process, like do you feel like if you were talking to us, is there anything we could have done differently or better, like if you were to give our office advice?
I felt like you guys were pretty. Your information was right on. Any questions I needed, you guys always answered. Um,
Hmm.
you guys took care of me when I needed anything to be answered or help with anything. I be honest with you, I think you guys did a great job. Um, I don't see anything that you guys need to change. Um, I think everything that I went through, you guys took care of me just like your own kid. So
Oh, that's awesome. I'm glad you had such a good experience. And then anything else, like anything else you'd like to say or for somebody listening, as far as any regrets? Do you have any regrets with getting the surgery?
no, I don't. I honestly I don't because I the energy, I mean, and then
Mhm.
I'm not huffing around, 3 extra 100 pounds, and I
Yeah.
could fit clothes.
Yeah.
I went from having parachute, you know, shirts to now I can't even get another shirt in my closet. So it's I need to stop buying clothes now.
And
But
that's
I
fun.
don't I
I it's fun.
yeah, I don't regret anything. I I just say to anybody out there that's looking to get surgery, just to make sure they do their research. And like you said, it's not going to solve your problems. You could always gain your weight back, and the tool is amazing. And I just hope everybody that gets it sticks with it. Just
Mhm.
don't go back to their old habits, because we all fall back into our old habits no matter what. And I have done it. We can't sit here and say I haven't said screw it. I'm having McDonald's this week. You know what I mean? So, and it's just stick with it, and you're really going to be happy with the process. Because I was always seeing pictures on your guys' website where everybody, and I just started out, and I'm like, and they were telling me how they were 3 or 4 years, and I'm like, man, I was like, I'm gonna end up gaining my weight back in 3 or 4 years. But talking to those people on there has helped me a lot, just by information. And then if they need help, everybody's sitting there asking questions and getting answers, and everybody recommends, different foods to eat.
Right.
So I did lean on
The
your guys's
support page. You're talking about the
support
face.
page.
Yeah. Okay.
Yes. Yeah, the support page a lot. And that's probably what kept me going. My first couple of years, I would just go on there and talk to somebody. I met a few people on there. We're friends today.
Yeah.
Um, and I just hope the best for everybody.
Yeah.
Um, and good luck. It's not going to be easy. It's not let's get surgery and we're that's it. No, you still have to work at it. And read what you're buying, because
Yes.
those calories count, and all the carbs.
I
I
think
take
it's
I take
so
like 6 hours now to shop.
I love it though, because I think it's so important. I love what you're sharing, because it's so important for patients to hear that you do have to get your mind right, and you do still have to make those choices of, yeah, taking the time to read the labels and get your protein in, or whatever it is that you're focusing on. So I really appreciate that you're, like you said, it's not get surgery like and then you're done, right?
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Yeah. I yeah, it's definitely not. And I believe what this surgery does help a lot of people. Just not me. It's helped millions. And it makes everybody feel better about themselves.
Mm-hmm.
Because we all have low self esteem when we're that big, and you just start thinking about stuff,
Right.
and you don't know what to do, and surgery has really helped me open my eyes with life,
Mm-hmm.
and go out and adventure and do stuff. I've done more things in this past 4 or 5 years than I've ever done. I could fit in a football seat. I can go to a football game and not feel like I'm that big person that's taking up two spots.
Right.
Squishing the guy next to me. That's how I would feel when I would go to sporting events. I'm the big guy that's squishing everybody. And I would feel uncomfortable and didn't want to be around people. Now that with surgery, it's helped me get out and adventure life.
Mm.
Because we only have one life, and we need to live it the right way and enjoy it. Um, and I feel like surgery has helped me with that.
Well, I think that was beautifully said, and I think I'm going to end on that,
All
because
right.
I think that's good. So thank you so much for
You're
your
welcome.
time, and yeah, I appreciate you doing the interview with me.
Oh, you're welcome. No problem. Anytime.